Yes, Rick. Go Spurs, go indeed, my friend. All right, let's see here. I want to take a look at Mitch Johnson. Let's take a look at Mitch Johnson. Let's go back. There we go. All right, Mitchy Mitch.
Guessing you were pretty
Okay,
pleased with their team
okay.
defense.
Oh my gosh, I'm saying before, but it's already started. Before we get this video started, I want everyone to tell me YouTube. All right, it's obviously I'm talking to the chat, but also YouTube. Um, when you see this video, what are your thoughts on Mitch Johnson? Give him a grade in the comments. What would you give him in the comments? I would give him, all things considered, a B plus. I'll give him a B plus. I'm keeping in mind that this isn't necessarily his team construction. This isn't his program or anything like that, right? Not to say he doesn't have any type of like, autonomy as far as, what he wants to do with the team, but just overall, it's not really his team, right? So I give him that leeway. And I only give him that B plus because I thought some of the lack of minutes for certain players was kind of weird. I thought uh, some of the placements at the end of games have been a little bit weird. But overall, I thought he's done a really good job. So I'm gonna give him a B plus. All right, so we got B plus, we got B. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Don't go off of my rating. This is your personal rating. If it's an A, that's totally fine. If you think it's a D, that's fine. Just probably explain that because if it's lower than a C, I probably do need some type of explanation. All right, moving on.
I thought the physicality was superb. Thought they were connected. Thought the game plan execution was sharp. And from transition to the half court, it was a very good showing.
Victor wrapped up a really strong December with another impressive performance tonight. What do you think has been working best for him this last couple of weeks?
I think he's just adjusting to what we saw early in the year. He's playing stronger, more physical, more fundamentally sound. And it's crazy how spectacular his simple is.
Is this where you expected him?
What's that? What did he say?
His simple is. Early in the year, he's playing stronger, more physical. Adjusting to what we saw early in the year, he's playing stronger, more physical, more fundamentally sound. And it's crazy how spectacular his simple is.
No, I don't. His simple is. So he just means like when he's not doing the or the hezzy sham gods. I don't know what he means by that. His simple is? Yeah, he said his simple is, Mike. I guess he just means his fundamentals when he doesn't do too much, which is absolutely true. I think the same thing with Wemby. It's like, bro, you don't have to do step back threes all the time. You don't have to do pull up threes all the time. Get to your spots, do your fundamentals. They cannot stop you most of the time, or they're at least going to struggle. They're going to bring some guys over. They're going to struggle. They don't want you to get around the rim. I think that's what he means. Simple equals his fundamentals. Wimby said that in his interview too. Okay, okay, okay. I really like this type of language though. I know that that's a weird thing to say, but like how good his simple is. Like I like little phrases like that. Not for us, or not even for journalists, but I think that it's nice for players to have those quick, snappy things that they can hold on to. And you can just say, get back to your simple, and there's not any conversation on what that means. You know what that means. I just like that amongst team. I think that's really good. And good coaches do that all the time.
Is this where you expected him to sort of be at this point in year 2 of his career, though?
Was that a was that an old school Windows computer? What was that? You guys heard that? Hold on.
In year 2 of it, is this where you expected him to sort of be at this point in year 2 of his career, though?
I hate to answer it like this,
It's a
but I
Mac.
have
Oh, that's
no
Mac.
idea
Okay,
what
okay.
the
I
expectations
don't do Macs. I don't do Macs. I don't do that.
were. But he's obviously special. Yeah, his ability to digest information, retain things that we're trying to help him with, while also putting his own creativity on it and discipline is special, and he just needs to not skip steps and stay with it.
Basketball is like art, man. You learn the fundamentals, and once you have the fundamentals, you can do what you want with it. What's that called? Wait, I'm thinking of a quote. Oh gosh, I'm thinking of a quote. A real artist knows the rules so you can break them or something. Oh gosh, it's gonna bother me. I gotta look it up. I'll let Mitch talk a little bit. Hold on.
What happened with Jeremy?
I just know something with the back. Man, I haven't heard anything. I just know the back, so I have nothing else.
Looking relief of him.
I thought it was a very mature response to what happened in Minnesota. So I thought he looked great, but just
Picasso said it. Picasso said it. The idea is that true mastery in art or any creative field comes from a deep understanding of the established rules and conventions, allowing the artist to then consciously and deliberately break those rules to create something new and innovative. What's the actual quote, though? Oh, here it is. Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There's the quote. Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. That's Manu Ginobili, guys. That's Manu Ginobili right there. Be Manu. Be Manu. Okay, Wimby? That's been said many different ways. Learn the rules first so you can break them. Okay. Yeah, I was like, who said it though? It was Picasso.
in general, even before that, very happy with his response to 7 minutes in a rough patch in Minnesota. Not surprised, but very pleased.
Coach, can you speak on Keldon Johnson, how you think he performed tonight?
Um, yeah, his energy was great. The box score reflects that, and he's done a great job of being consistent and embracing and owning his role, which has just been energy and aggressiveness and physicality off the bench.
Coach, I couldn't help.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because like so many people are like thinking like, "Oh, you're so crazy. He's going to be a star," but now everyone's like, "Oh man, it's so good that he's playing his role." Mitch Johnson really gets on to Keldon. You can tell that he does. Not like in a mean way, but like it's one of those games. What did he say? He was like, "I'm sure he had a lot of plays that he wanted back." It was like, geez. Anyways.
But notice that one of the things we saw tonight was everybody just was right out the gate with a lot of energy, a lot of purpose playing. Did you notice that? Was that the eye test thing that you talked about?
I haven't seen Mix in a while. Um, dude, guys, when I got to my parents' house, um, so I was bringing things in from my car inside. Obviously, the first thing I did was bring her in, and she scared the crap out of me because I couldn't find her. And we were trying to find her for like an hour because I let her out in the house, and I was like, did she get out? Ended up finding out that she actually walked, and when I was getting my stuff, I guess she was trying to follow me. But then she got scared and was in the garage for an hour. Oh, dude, I was so nervous. But she's right here. Hold on. I'm gonna disturb you for a minute. She's like literally laying right next to me. There she is. Mm. All right, you can lay back down. You can lay back down. I'm not messing with you. Yeah, I was so scared. But yeah, I brought her food out, and then she came out hesitantly. My parents have a room that's unfinished. So like there's no walls or anything. We were afraid that she got in that room somehow, but then we are like, how was she even got in there? And if she got stuck in there, that would have been bad. Nice. I thought something happened to her. No, she was fine. She was fine. But yeah, it was like a whole hour.
About
Yeah, I think we felt like we got better on the road trip. You know, if you just looked at our schedule, we were 1-3. But I think when we really dug in and peeled some layers back, we felt like we improved. And hopefully that's something we can continue to build upon.
Go into the new year with a winning record, is that something to really hang your hat on and, be proud of, considering the last 2 years?
It is in the sense I think that winning has to be a part of development.
I'm allergic to cats, so my daughter has one though with her mom. My mom does not want a cat at all, but I really think that she would enjoy having a cat. I think I'm gonna get my mom a cat, like for Mother's Day or something. I should just get like a kitten, put her in a basket, put it in front of the door, ring the doorbell, and run off. My mom's not gonna give that cat away. She would take care of it.
Development and progressing and getting better and wanting to get to next steps or stages as a program, but we don't judge it on the record. The records takes care of itself. Like I said, we just went 1-3, and I think it was a really good stretch of a 4-game basketball for us. Just have to continue to clean up some stuff and learn how to finish some games
Yep, cat and run.
a little bit more solid.
When you talk about how spectacular Victor Simple can be, do you see him sort of recognizing that and sometimes choosing the simpler option for himself sometimes?
Yeah, it's a heck of a combination of a disciplined, down-to-earth young man who has a crazy creative imagination, whatever that ends up. But the more he understands and continues to embrace that, I think we'll see nights like tonight.
How often do you see him in that same capacity? It looked like he wanted to end the game in the first quarter tonight. How have you seen him be able to combine that simplicity with, I guess, that sort of kill mentality?
In his fundamentals, he catches it strong, he drives it with conviction, he pushes through that first kind of line of resistance because every team has the same game plan.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the only thing that bothers me, or one of the biggest things that bothers me with Wemby is when there's a little bit of resistance and he pass up on it or he pass out of it. Make a strong move, and if you don't get there, you don't get there. But you are our best option easily. Go for it.
Plan, be physical, rough him up, show him crowds, whatever it is, and it's what you should do. And he's, I think, showing now that he's starting to play through that, and then also take advantage of it.
What's the biggest difference? I'm sorry to go back to the road thing, but it's the same game, obviously, but what is it that they were building on the road? There was a lot of home games prior to this last road trip. What is it that you've seen them improve upon on the road?
You just have less room for error. You know, that run on the road, when a team goes on the run I'm alluding to, looks a whole lot different than when you're at home. And I think to be able to, whether it's prevent more of those runs or prevent those runs from being bigger or longer, and then having to finish the job. And I think that's the next step for us.
Cool. I just saw a comment that said, and it went away. That's weird. Like it was on my screen and now it went away. But you said I like cats, but dogs are best or something like that. Dogs are great. Dogs are definitely great. I don't have a dog though. I used to. All right, that was a good segment. Let me shout out my letterbox really quick because I don't do this a lot. But guys, I love the San Antonio Spurs, but I equally love films as well. So if you guys could please go follow me over at Letterboxd. It's Clan the Film Fan. And it's basically just me putting on there, reviewing some movies. I think thus far I got like 400 or so movies. Oh, it's right here. 418 films that I've rated. But I also create a couple lists here. So if you guys are interested at all, or there's some movies out there that you might not have seen that I really enjoyed and I thought were really great, you can go to my list and go to Amazing Films Who Won't Waste Your Time. So if you're just looking for something to watch, pick these at random. You probably aren't going to go wrong, right? A lot of weird stuff in here, a lot of awesome stuff in here. Just some great filmmaking overall. So if you guys are interested in that, please go follow me over at Letterboxd. And I genuinely do believe that these top 10, and there's quite a few in here as well, but these top 10 right here are genuine masterpieces. And if you don't watch anything, please at least watch one of these three: Parasite, Handmaiden, or RRR. They're so freaking good. So freaking good. Um, and I love Memories of Matsuka. I just don't know where you will find that. That one's really hard to find. Love that you have Parasite number one. I couldn't think. None of these films are better than Parasite. They're really great, but no. I don't know. Playing what movie should I watch tonight? Parasite. I don't know. You have to give me a genre. You have to give me a genre. Give me a genre and I'll tell you. All right. But yeah, follow me on Letterboxd, please. Clan the Film Fan. And in segment.